You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of Jesus. I can see in you the glory of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. I love you with the love of the Lord. I love you with the love of Jesus. I can see in you the glory of the Lord. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. Sammy, you are welcome. You are welcome in the name of Jesus. Ebbe Joy, you are welcome. I can see in you the glory of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. Zara, you are welcome. I love you with the love of the Lord. I love you with the love of Jesus. Cedric, you're welcome. I can see in you the glory of the Lord. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of Jesus. I can see in you, Black, you're welcome, the glory of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. Victor, thank you for joining us. Please, once you join, please share. Once you join, please share. I welcome you all in the name of God the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So tonight I decided to come on live. At least I have a little time tonight. I always find it difficult to come on live. I hardly had that chance. I hardly get the chance to do this. I'm a civil servant. I work during the day, and at night, I still don't have that chance. Maureen, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I am here to share something with you guys, which I tag as challenges facing the spiritualist. You know, whenever we hear this word spiritualist, there is always something that comes to the mind of everybody. A lot of people believe that spiritualists are evil people. Honestly speaking, that is what a lot of people believe. Once they hear the word spiritualist, they believe that what you do is just conjuring evil. You are working for demons. You are not a Christian. You don't believe in God. It's all lies. All lies. Zaidu, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, I want to tell us some of the challenges facing spiritualists. And I'm going to use myself as an example because I am one of them. I am a practicing spiritualist. Even though I'm a civil servant, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, The task is too much for me. Comfort, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. But all the same, I do them to the glory of God. But they are not easy. It is not an easy task. I don't even, if you ask me, is this what you want? I will tell you no. Odum, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is not what I want. Actually, it's not what I wish for myself. There is this kind of lifestyle that I want to live, a very quiet lifestyle, okay? Like away from people. I want to be away from people, just on my own, without any stress. Kachi, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. But then, despite keeping away from people like I used to, God chose to bring me out from that hiding place. Chose to bring me out from the hiding place. I have no option and I don't have any choice. I must obey, because if you don't obey, when you don't obey, there is always, you must face a problem. Dadas, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, as a spiritualist, I have a lot of challenges. I have a lot of challenges up till now. Some of the challenges, I don't even know how to handle it. I am an introvert, and I believe this is part of that challenges that I am having. Even at answering my call, Divine Baby, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. Although I've answered my call, but I'm still finding it difficult being an introvert to, mingle with people, to associate with people openly. I still find it difficult, but I still got no choice. Because if I don't do that, oh my God, I will be punished. Ilesami, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. So being an introvert is part of my challenges, which I don't know how to handle, but I'm doing my best. I'm trying my best. Then another challenge that I'm having is being a wife. No matter what, no matter who I am, no matter the powers that I possess, I am still under somebody. Oyewole, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. I am still under a man, and his words remains final, and that is how God has made it. No matter, if I like, let me possess that power of Moses. I am still under a man. And whatsoever he says is what I will do. The only thing I know is that there are times when my husband will say those ones that will not suit me. And maybe if I try to make him understand that it will not suit me, it will become a problem. So what I normally do is whenever he says those ones, I'll keep calm, even though I won't like it. John Mayo, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. The next thing I will do is to go into secret prayers. That's what I do. I go into secret prayers, asking God to make him see, make him understand, turn him, okay, make him change his mind to see reasons with me. Men generally, I don't know if I should say, or I don't know how to put this. I really don't know. Don Chris, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. Me being a civil servant is all that he wants. That is all. As a matter, from day one that I answered my call, that has been a problem between the two of us. He gave me so many terms and conditions. He raised up so many issues which he believed might be an obstacle between the two of us. But I know that it can never be an obstacle. Okay? Lance Lyric, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. He raised up so many issues, and I told him that the God that called me knows what he's doing. He knows you are my husband. He knows I'm under you. He brought us together. He joined us together as husband and wife. God's will, Tochukwu, thank you for joining us. Before we got married, God already knows that there is a gift that he deposited in me, and he knows that at a particular time in my life, I will start making use of that gift. He knows about that. Okay? Laila, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, one of the challenges I am having, I think he is that major challenge. He is the major challenge. Even up till now, even up till now, no matter what I tell my husband, it's just like a fairy tale to him. He won't believe. He won't even look my way. But then everything will still come to pass. And then he will turn around to ask me, what are we going to do? Or the times when he always approached me for spiritual help is whenever he has done his possible best in order to solve a problem and he can't solve that problem. That is when he will come to me to tell me, see, this is what is going on. This is what is going on. Please, I want you to pray so that this problem will be solved. And let me tell us, see, if you are a spiritualist and a woman for that matter who is married and you are under a man, there are certain things that God will reveal to you which you are not supposed to voice out. Which you are not supposed to voice out. Yes, because you voicing that thing out, my God, the problem that will follow, I don't think you'll be able to handle it. There are certain things that I will see about my husband or about his family or about his friends. I will know how to shape my mouth. I will know how to arrange myself to gather that courage to tell him. As a matter of fact, if I want to tell him, I don't tell him everything. I don't tell him those parts that will make him angry or whatever, because already he doesn't believe in what I am doing. He doesn't believe. What he wants is just go to church on Sunday, come back. That is all he wants. But that is not how God called me. I can remember the first time I started all these spiritual practices, spiritual exercises. Obinaya, thank you for joining us. You're welcome. Dinero, thank you for joining us. You're welcome. He was so surprised. He was so surprised. He stood for like 20 minutes just watching me. He made me so uncomfortable that even when I was praying, I don't really know what I was saying any longer. And after everything, he called me and asked me, who taught you all this? I told him, God just reveals everything to me. Like I always tell you guys, I don't like, if I have any problem now, any spiritual problem, I won't just go out and start practicing spiritual exercise. That is not how God called me. If there is any problem that God has revealed to me, what I do is to go back into prayers and ask God, what am I supposed to do? It is God that will now reveal what I am supposed to do. He will now tell me, this is what you're going to do. Use this, use this, use this psalm, pray this way, pray by this time. And then whenever I do all those things, it will work. But just like some people, they don't need to consult God. They already know what to do. That is not how he called me. I don't, even if I know what to do, I will still not just go ahead and do it. I will still ask him because he might have another means for me to do that so that it will work faster. Country, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. He might have other means. So, the challenges that we spiritualists are facing is so much that it is so discouraging that if you don't know who called you, if it's not God that actually called you, you might fall out. You might decide to back out. But once God has called you, Antonia, thank you for joining us. Once God has called you, he will give you that courage, no matter what. So, my spouse is the major challenge that I'm facing in this my calling. But God knows how to handle him. No matter the storm, God will still calm everything and open his eyes and he will see everything. And when he sees those things, men and their ego coming back to say, I'm sorry, I didn't believe you initially. No, he won't say that. The next thing he will do is just to engage me in a discussion and, a discussion that will lead towards that side. And then he will now tell me, I didn't even know that that thing you were telling me is true. I didn't even know it was true. See, this is the way it happened. And if it tells me that, I don't talk. I don't talk. I don't even engage in such discussions. I will throw away my face. I would throw away my face. So he's the major challenge that I am facing. Now, another challenge that we spiritualists are facing, for example, because I'm using myself an example, is our families, the families where we are born into, the families where we are coming from. There are equally bigger challenges. Easy, thank you for joining us. They are one of the biggest challenges we are facing. I know what I passed through in the hands of my siblings. Because I will not blame them. Someone you know right from time. Dare, thank you for joining us. You are welcome. Everybody knows me, and they know me too well. I'm an introvert, but I play a lot. I play a lot to the extent that that's when I was a kid, that some of our neighbors, they thought I was kind of an imbecile, So it's a child that plays without ceasing, a child that plays every now and then. And whenever I play, I will try to twist my body and mimic so many things, looking so funny. So growing up and coming out now to say that I'm a spiritualist, they are like, since when? Since when did it start? Especially the bigger ones, because we are 11 in number. Football team, we are 11 in number in my family, and I am the second to the last, the 10th person in our family. So for those bigger ones, them believing that I am a spiritualist now is still kind of strange to them. It's weird. Ekom, thank you. You are welcome. It's still strange to them. They are like, since when Ogechi, the little Ogechi? When did Ogechi, who taught her? Who told her? When did she answer her call? Who called her? If I tell them, see, this is what I saw, and this is what we are supposed to do, everybody will just wave it aside. Like it's not a message, it's nothing. I don't know where you got your information from. They'll just wave everything behind. Nobody will even discuss it. I know when my family, that is the family where I come from, I know when we were passing through oh my God, when I mean difficulties, I mean it was hell. It was hell. And we didn't know the cause of the whole problem. A family that was the lights in our community, in our village, and all of a sudden, the family was now behind, in dark. In the darkness, we were kind of nobody. Nobody cares to know about us anymore because we no longer exist. We are nothing. We don't have anything to offer. And then I don't even know if I have any spiritual gift or not, but I know that something always happens to me, that whenever I go to bed, I will see strange figures, in my dreams. I will see strangers telling me things. I'll see spirits telling me things. And so on this particular day, I went to bed. And that was how I got to know who my guardian angel is. And he appeared and he asked me, Paul Uchenna, thank you for joining us. He asked me, do I really want to know what our family problem is? And I said, yes. So he brought me outside at the backyard. And I saw a hand that waved just like this in the sky. And he showed me my father's village. That is my village. Way before civilization came into existence. I saw the village. What I saw was just mud houses with thatched roof. There was no tarred road. It was just the normal road that people created, footpaths and gardens besides, just a typical village setting. That was what I saw. And he started telling me stories of what happened, of a young girl that was used as a sacrifice. Until the present generation, the blood of the girl is still crying unto God for vengeance. And as long as that blood keeps on crying, that we'll find it difficult to see the light in our family again. And so when I told my siblings about what I saw, my oh my, I regretted ever opening my mouth to talk on that day. I regretted ever telling them what I saw. There was argument. Everybody jumped. What do you mean? Who told you? Which sacrifice? Nobody was killed. This, that, they keep on. Some even told me to, whatever you see, please keep it to yourself. Don't tell us. I accepted. And it lingered. It continued. Year after year, year after year, year after year, hardship, backwardness, sickness, near-death syndrome. It kept on until they all decided to turn back again to ask me, what did I even say the last time? And I repeated everything. And they asked me the solution. And I told them that I don't know the solution. The only thing is that I'm going to ask to know the solution. Someone wants to join me live. Someone wants to join me live. Hello. All right, let me continue. I can't hear him. His audio is not okay. I don't know if my earphone is not on. I turned everything off. Okay, so what I did was to ask questions on the solution to that problem. And guess who gave me the solution? I've talked to us about this. Guess who brought that solution to me? My grandfather. My grandfather died 6 years before I was born. I didn't know him. I didn't meet him. I only saw his pictures. But when he came, he introduced himself, told me his name, and gave me the solution. And we applied, and I asked him if I can do it. He said no, that I cannot do it, that I haven't gotten that power to do it, that we should call someone else to do it for us. And we called people, and it was done. And after that spiritual exercise, after the spiritual exercise, you can imagine what happened. You can't imagine what happened. The girl that was sacrificed way back before my parents were born surfaced the following day. She came in form of a human being. But it was when she was speaking, when everybody was trying to, people were saying that that's a mad girl, a mad woman, this and that, to chase her out. I was sleeping when I heard the chaos. So I got up from the bed and came out, and I saw the girl. I had to call my brother immediately, and I told my brother, don't lay a finger on this girl. My brother asked me why. And I told him, this girl is not a human being. This is the girl that was sacrificed. My brother said, what do you mean? How do you know? I told him I just knew. I just came out and saw her, and I got that message. Okay? So she was asked never to come into the house. You know, my brother didn't give her the chance to come in. And she's not supposed to come in, because she coming inside the house again means that that problem that was driven away has come back again. So we didn't allow her to come in. And ever since then, that was how my siblings started believing in whatsoever I am telling them. That is how they started believing in me, until now that all of them have decided to, like, whenever they have any spiritual issue, they will contact me and ask me to ask questions and see if I can get answers. So spiritualists, we pass through a lot, so many challenges. Oh, should I talk about the challenges we get from outsiders? They will call you all sorts of names, all sorts of names. Evil woman, evil this, you are conjuring evil, you are worshiping the devil, you are the daughter of the devil, okay? So many things. At a point, I wanted to back out because the insult was so much. And then I had to call my siblings, and I told them that I want to know which God I am actually serving, because from what people are saying, I got confused. I don't know the God I am serving. And they told me that what I need to do is to ask questions and ask God if truly I am serving him. And so I had to go into prayer, and I told God, please show me if you are the God that I'm worshiping, or if it's just a deity that I'm worshiping and I've been deceiving myself. I prayed like for hours that night because my heart was so heavy. And after that prayer, I told God to give me a sign. I used a rainfall. and ask him if, and when I did this, it wasn't during rain. I told him fall. Let me know if you are the God. But if you are not the God, if you are not that God that created the heaven and earth, let there be no rain. But it rained so heavily. That is how I got to know that I am actually working for the God that created heaven and earth. So when people talk bad about spiritualists, although I know that spiritualists, we have the good ones, we equally have I don't know if I should call them the bad ones, I don't know, but we know the ones who are actually working for God. And there are those ones who are not working for God. There are people who are disguising as the servants of God, but they are truly not the servants of God. They will show you the picture, they will paint the picture white, and you will see that they are the servants of God. But when you come in, when you enter fully, you will now discover by yourself the God that they are worshiping. But what I do is, I love challenges. Yes, I love challenges because I've faced a lot of challenges in my life. I have faced a lot of challenges, and by the special grace of God, I've been able to overcome all those challenges, not by my power, because one, I am a woman. Secondly, I am physically not strong. Okay, I can't even do anything. So whenever such challenges comes upon me, I call upon God, and He will take up that challenge. And I'll just hold my peace, relax, and rest. What I will hear is the outcome of everything. So what I normally do is, if you feel that you are that second in command to Jesus, that you are sitting at the right hand of the Father, or, okay, no, Jesus is sitting at the right hand of the Father, that you are sitting at the left hand of the Father, and then you see me as evil, that I am working for devil, I will throw a challenge at you. I will use something as a challenge so that both of us will go into that challenge to see if any of us is truly a servant of God. And that is how God, works for me. That is how it works for me. So spiritualists do pass through hell. We pass through hell, especially because as a spiritualist, it's not all about seeing people's problems, like I've said some time ago, and seeing the solutions to the problem. It's not all about that. Being a spiritualist, it entails a lot. It's not easy one bit. As a matter of fact, if you are a priest, if you are a pastor, I believe your job is much easier. It is much easier because it is not every priest and every pastor that sees spirits. It is not all of them. But if you are a true practicing spiritualist, one day you must see a spirit. It is a must, not just a spirit. You will be seeing them from time to time. And that is where we also have challenges. Because whenever these spirits come, they are not just coming to show themselves. No, they are coming for a reason. And it is not just, the gentle spirits will come. I call them the gentle spirits because they are not troublesome. And then the violent, wicked ones will equally come. Those ones that will come and if you are not ready to listen to them, if you are not ready to do anything for them, they can harm you. Okay, that is one of the problems that we spiritualists are facing, seeing spirits. To be honest with you, I don't like seeing spirits. Naturally, I'm this scary type. Naturally. Everything scares me. Darkness in particular scares me. But ever since I answered my call, I don't know where that fear went to. It's like the fear just vanished. That I can go out in the dark all alone and do whatever I have to do. Or that I can see a spirit and be bold enough to ask that spirit question, to challenge the spirit. I don't know where the fear went to, okay? But it is still not something I want. It's not something I want. I don't want to be seeing spirits. Because whenever I see them, it is always for me to help them out. And that is one thing I have vowed that I will never do. Whenever they come, they will tell for you to go and tell somebody what happened to them. Like a colleague of mine that passed away in the year 2015, actually, both of us were in the office on a Thursday. We had a discussion about what we are supposed to do on a Friday. And so she told me that she will not come to work on a Friday. And so we decided to keep our appointment on a Monday. When we come to work on a Monday, we discuss and know what to do. And so we left that Thursday evening. And then on a Saturday morning, very early Saturday morning, around 5:30 in the morning, my phone started ringing. And I picked up my phone, and a man greeted me and introduced himself to me as that my colleague's husband. I said, okay. I told him, I don't know you. I haven't met you before, but I've heard your name from my colleague's mouth. He said, yeah. And I said, okay, so why are you calling me? What of my colleague? How is she? The man started crying. So when the man started crying, my heart just jumped into my stomach. I got up from the bed immediately. And I was panicking and asking him, please, why are you crying? What happened? Is she all right? What happened? The man told me that she's dead. I said, how? What happened? The man told me that they woke up in the middle of the night to have a midnight prayer, this and that she started complaining of headache. And from headache, she started shouting and told him to call me so that I would pray for her. And I asked him, why didn't you call me? The man said that he doesn't have my phone number. And I asked him, so how did you get my phone number now? He said that he searched the wife's phone and saw my phone number and called me. I started crying immediately. I started crying. So after the burial, months after, this girl appeared to me. She was newly married. No issue. She doesn't have any child. Just a newly married young girl. She appeared to me. When I saw her, I was like, who are you? Where are you from? You know, I tried to walk away from her, but she begged me to just calm down and hear her out. And I said, okay. So I turned and was waiting for her. She told me that she didn't die a natural death. And I said, okay. She said that someone is behind her death. I said, okay, so who is behind your death? She called the husband. I was shocked. And she narrated how everything happened. She was strangled. And then she was begging me to go and tell her family members what happened. And I told her, no, I will not do that. I don't know your family. I don't know your siblings. I don't know your mom. We are just colleagues. We are not friends. We are just colleagues. Our discussions are strictly on official issues. We don't discuss any other thing. It was her that decided to raise her family issue to me at one point in time. But she's this type of girl that if you give her advice, she will not take the advice. So no one gives her advice any longer. So I told her bluntly that I will not deliver your message. I told her your world and my world are no longer the same. You are now in a different world and I am in a different world. We don't have anything in common anymore. And I warned her never to surface again. And that was the last time she came. She didn't surface anymore. And she's not the only person. There are like the people I know who have died like years ago. At a time that they will just rise up to come to me to tell me, please, my family is suffering. Please, I want you to go and tell this particular person that he or she should stop whatever. I told them, no. I know you, yes. Doesn't mean that I know your family. Even if I know your family, we are not that close for me to go and tell them such message. I refuse. That is one thing I said that I will not do. Delivering message for spirits. I will not do that. No. I can deliver message to human beings like me. Yes. And that is what I do. If I get message concerning anybody, I will walk up to you. Okay? And I will give you that message. The highest thing that will happen is you making mockery of me, making fun of me, which people always do. They will laugh at me. They will make fun of me. They will ask me since when, just like one of my colleagues asked me. Or asked my colleague. I got a message concerning him. He's just my colleague and nothing else. And that spirit of death is very close at him. That he mixes concussion. He takes concussion just trying to prove that he is a man. So I had to call one of us who is very close to him. And I gave that message to her and asked her to go and deliver the message to him. And when the girl delivered the message to this guy, the first thing the guy said was, "Is Oge now a prophetess? Since when did Oge start? Is this not this Oge that we have been working together with?" But he later came to me to hear from me direct, and I told him everything. And he confessed, he admitted to everything and told me that the concussion he's taking is just for fun. And I asked him, "Why will you take concussion?" He said it's just for fun, that a man got to do what a man got to do. This was the exact word he used. And I told him, okay, if a man got to do what a man got to do, when you die, okay, what will you do? Can you bring back yourself? So he later thanked me and left. Seeing spirits is one of the challenges that we spiritualists are facing. I know there are some of us who may want to, be entertaining such visitations, but I don't like it. I don't want it at all. I don't want it because whenever I see spirits, coming for me to help them, it always makes me become sober. Yes. After the whole thing, I will become sober. I won't be happy. It causes unhappiness for me. So I don't like it at all because it will make me to go back to think about, especially if it's someone that I know too well. I'll start remembering when the person was still alive. Yvonne, thank you for joining us. So I don't like such. I don't like it. We spiritualists, we face a lot of problem that people do not know. A lot of people believe that once you're a spiritualist, you don't have any problem. You can solve your problem by yourself. But it's not true. It is not true. There are problems that we cannot solve. And these problems are the ones we will leave for God to handle. And you know God. Oko, thank you for joining. You know God. He's not a God that you would tell, "God, please, I want you to do this for me," and he will do it immediately. No. Because his ways are not our ways. He doesn't take order from anybody. And you don't have to give him time when he will do it. He does things at his own time. So there are things that you'll be passing through as a spiritualist. And when you tell people, they'll be surprised, like, "Are you for real? Are you passing through this upon your powers?" It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If God wants you to solve that problem, you won't even have that problem at all. The moment the problem rises up, you will solve it. But at times, he allows us to pass through those problems to see how strong our faith is in him. To see if with or without the powers given unto us, if we can still be loyal unto him. That is how I see it. If I tell you what I am passing through now, you will not believe it. As a matter of fact, it is only my family that knows what I am passing through. It is only my family. And this problem arose as a result of a poison that was inflicted upon me since 2011. Can you believe that? Since 2011, I have been passing through this problem. And ever since 2011 to 2023, is it not 12 years? It's 12 years. And I have been asking God to help me out with this problem. And whenever I ask him, what he would tell me is that he is with me. Let me tell you, to be honest with you people, I decided to come up live tonight because I got kind of depressed. When I went to my altar to pray, I was depressed. And I decided to talk to God. I told him, I'm not here to pray. I'm not here to pray. I want to talk to you like a daughter will talk to the father. And I had to open up my heart. I told him, how can I be working for you? How can I be suffering for your sake? And a particular problem that I've been asking you to help me out. Every now and then, the only reply I get is that you are with me. I told him, yes, I know you are with me, but why can't you solve that problem once and for all? This is now 12 good years of me passing through this. 12 good years. 12 good years. And I know the person that inflicted that charm upon me, because God revealed the person. I know the person. The person is still alive, hale and hearty, bouncing. And here I am, still passing through what the person did to me. Honestly, I had to pour out my heart to him. I told him I am not happy. And one thing is that, despite my unhappiness, the next thing he will do is to give me an assignment. Maybe to go and pray for someone so that the person will not die, or go and lay your hands on somebody so that this person will get this, or, something else. And it looks as if he overlooked my own problem. And whenever I call my siblings and complain, and everybody will tell me that he didn't overlook it. He's with you, like he said. He will help you out. And I am still hoping. But the only thing I know, which I told him, is that I am not going to lose hope. I'm not going to lose hope. I told him, you are watching the person. The person is bouncing, kicking, hell and hearted. And the person even, from time to time, the person will be digging information about me, asking about me. And after asking about me, the people will come to tell me that this is what this person asks about you. Trying to get my lifestyle, my day-to-day information. You see, it's not easy. At all, it's not easy. But what I normally do is, despite that problem, I try to put it behind me, even though it's still not easy. I try to put it behind me and pretend like it's not existing, even though I'm still suffering from it. But I have no choice, because I can't do anything. There is nothing I can do, and there is nothing any living human being can do for me based on that issue, because I have gone round. I have gone round. When I mean round, I have gone round. As a matter of fact, before I answered my call, I went to so many places in search of solution. Name it. Where didn't I go? Where didn't I go in search of solution? I'm a Catholic, a very strong Catholic for that matter. I had solution in the Catholic Church all round. No, it wasn't there. I joined Pentecostals. It wasn't there. I joined the Sabbatarians. I started attending Sabbath. It wasn't there. I went from one spiritualist to another. No, it wasn't there. I went from one native doctor to another. No, and when I started with the native doctor, actually, the native doctors were the ones that told me the truth, which pastors and priests didn't tell me. The first native doctor that I met was a lady, a young girl like me, my age mate, or someone I can even be older. She told me, she said, Auntie, see, let me tell you the truth. She said, the solution lies in your hands. And I said, how? I told her I've done everything humanly possible. She said, Auntie, I can't do it for you. The solution is in your hands. Auntie, just go. Don't worry, God will do it for you at the appointed time, but the solution is in your hands. And I left like I was downcasted. I couldn't believe my ears that a native doctor couldn't do it for me. And I visited another native doctor, a man this time around. The man told me the same thing, that unless I want to pay him and he would do something to see if he can help me out. Rema, thank you, you're welcome. But that the solution lies in my hands. So this time around, I got angry. And I left. And I had to call a woman of God the last time. She was the last person that I called on the phone. I don't know her. I haven't seen her before, but I got her number from my sister and I called her and I narrated my ordeal to her and everything. The woman didn't even wait me to finish. She just said, Nne, please listen. Are you listening? And I said, yes. Are you listening? I said, yes. She said, I can't help you. I said, okay, why? She said, your case is complicated. I said, how? I said, how is this complicated? She said, you know what? I can't help you, please. I don't want to involve myself in that case. The solution lies in your hands. You are the one that will save yourself. Out of shame, I just said, okay, thank you, ma. She said, you're welcome. And before I know it, she cut the call. I called my sister. My sister said, impossible. That she can't. Her son is too powerful. She's this, she's that. And I said, but these are her. She told me that she can't help me. And so every day I started praying and asking God, the solution is in my hands. How? How? And I started getting messages of answer your call, answer your call, answer your call. And I refused. I even swore that over my dead body, that they want to turn me into an umweke. That they want to turn me into an umweke. Oh, thank you, Rolik. Thank you so much. God bless you for that gift. God bless you for that gift. Thank you so much. May God bless you abundantly. Thank you so much. Joseph Corey, thank you. You're welcome. And I said that they want to turn me into an umweke. I didn't want to answer my call because I got a revelation that I should cut my hair. I wear long hair before, not dreads, braided hairs. I wear all wigs. I have them, many, so much. Kimani, thank you so much for the rose you sent to me. God bless you abundantly. Thank you so much, and you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I refused to cut my hair, and I swore that never will I cut my hair until one day I started having headache, severe headache. The headache that nearly killed me. I went to hospital. The doctor kept on treating every now and then, drugs upon drugs. The doctor decided to send me for an x-ray. I went for an x-ray. Nothing was found. Another doctor decided to send me for a test. I don't know what they call that test, but that they're going to collect blood, this, that. I went for that test, a very expensive test. Nothing was discovered. My colleague told me that I am about to have a migraine. I went to hospital. The doctor sent me on a test to check if it's migraine. It wasn't migraine. But I was dying. My head looks like there was a fire on my head. My head was burning. Every day my eyes would be red in color. And my colleagues were telling me that, okay, all is not well with you. Go and check for solution. Go and seek for solution. You are going down. You are not well. If I come to work, at a point, oh my goodness, I always look like a mad woman whenever I'm leaving for work. Until one day, I called my husband and I told him, please, you have to leave me. Let me go and cut my hair. He said, why? I told him I'm dying. Unless you have the intention to bury me so young. I told him I'm dying. Please, leave me to go and cut my hair. He said, okay, no problem. I went to barbing salon. Someone that went to barbing salon to cut her hair. While the barber was cutting my hair, I was crying. The barber was asking me what happened. I told him that there are sores all over my scalp. The guy said there are no sores. I said, no, there are sores. He said there's no sore. A hair that he cut, but I couldn't touch my scalp for 3 good days. It was more than painful. I thought I would die. And after 3 days, the pain stopped till today. And someone I knew said that it's like I'm an obanje. Or that was why I cut my hair. And someone else said that it's like I have joined the Abuja Big Girls that cuts their hair, the people who have joined secret society. I said, no problem. If it's secret society, no problem, but I want and my life. I deserve it. And ever since then, if I have the headache, know that the headache is just stress, that I've stressed myself, but not that kind of headache. And not just cutting the hair. See, everything is revolving around the challenges that we spiritualists always face. The next thing that came was makeup. I used to make up. If you visit my YouTube channel, the former videos that I posted, even though I started cutting my hair before I joined the YouTube, but you will notice that I do makeup. At a point, whenever I make up and go to work, my colleagues will ask me if I am all right, that I look like a masquerade, that I don't look nice. I will do everything possible to make my face beautiful, but I will come out so ugly. So face will look like you allowed a little child to make you up. You will not look fine at all. And I had to stop. I stopped applying anything on my face except a lipstick and a little eye pencil, a little eyeshadow. But for me to carve my brows, no, I stopped that one entirely and allow my eyebrows to grow back again. I stopped it. In fact, as days goes by, the nail polish, toe polish, automatically, I didn't know when I stopped. Nobody told me to stop them, but I didn't know what happened. I had like up to 30 colors. But whenever I bring out one to apply, I would be so tired to apply it. I packed all of them and dropped them inside the dustbin. It doesn't make me a saint. It doesn't make me a holy woman. No, I'm trying to tell us the challenges that we are facing. You have no choice. When these challenges starts coming, you will know that they are not coming from human being. You know that they are coming from that highest power, the power that surpasses every other power, a power that you cannot control, a power that you cannot challenge. You have no choice but to succumb. You have no choice but to succumb. These are the challenges and so much more. Someone wants to join.
Hello,
Yeah, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm fine and you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Lipo,
Sorry?
Lipo,
Lipro.
yeah.
Oh, thank you for joining us. So, do you have any question?
No, like,
Oh, all right. So, these are the challenges we are facing as spiritualists. Spiritualists are human beings, and we are not perfect. And another challenge that I know that we are facing, which a lot of us do not want to admit, you cannot know everything. You cannot know every spiritual work. It's not possible. And there are the ones that we are given the powers to perform. I cannot perform the one that I'm not given the power to. Solo calf. Thank you. Hello. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Rolly, God bless you so much. You are still gifting me. God bless you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. So thank you for joining us. You are welcome. So, what was I saying? Okay. There are things that you can do and there are things that you cannot do. That is why it has to be a teamwork. But the problem with us is that some of us claim to know all. We claim to have the power to do all. We don't have that. You can't have the power to do everything. It's not possible. It's not the way that God gives his gift. Remember, God distributes these gifts. He shares it. He can't give every gift to one person. I've never seen it that way. But so many of us do not want to accept. So many of us believe they can help you out financially. They can help you in case you are seeking for the fruit of the womb. They can go for family deliverance. They can, it doesn't work that way. I know my limits. I've a lot of people, mainly those outside the country, through my YouTube channel, have, been calling me for spiritual help. So many of them, even those who are not Nigerians, Americans, they do call me for spiritual solution. And there's a way that my gift is. If you are telling me your problem, because I don't have that gift of vision that when I look at you, I will see your problem. No. For me to know your problem, I will go into prayers with your name. And then that is how I'll get to know your problem. Another way is if you are telling me that problem, God will now be telling me the solution to the problem and will let me know if I can do it or if I cannot do it. And that is how I got to know those problems that I can handle and the problems that I cannot handle. Marine problem in particular is a no-no for me. I am not called that way. I don't know anything like how to start in order to handle that problem. But there are people who are gifted that way. Their calling is to handle marine issues. And when you meet them, they will handle that issue so marine spirits will no longer disturb you. Joining us? Okay, let me continue. I think the network is getting. So, marine issues is a no-no for me. I don't go that way. I don't have anything to do with that side. Another one which I've not gotten full permission to perform is I've not gotten the full permission to do that. But God decided to start with my own immediate family. That is the family where I was born into. He decided to start with those ones. They are my siblings. I know everything about my father's house. I am familiar with the spirits there, be it the evil ones, be it the good ones. I am familiar with the ancestors there. So I know how to handle the family deliverance when it comes to my father's side. But for someone else to ask me for a family deliverance. I haven't been given that opportunity. It's just like someone that approached me. She wants me to perform a spiritual exercise for her, for the brother, and the family house. And I told her, no, that is not how I work. That is not how I work. As for you, I can do it for you. As for your brother who is not present, I don't work in absentia. I don't work like that. Like someone is in outside the country and then I would perform a spiritual exercise for that person. No, I don't do that. I must see you face to face, because when I see you face to face, we need to talk. We need to, have a discussion one-on-one. And then when I go into prayers, God will reveal to me what to do and if I can do it. Okay, someone says, so just by praying on the name, you cannot. Yes. And there is a way that God gives me information. If your case is a severe case, on the first day that I will pray with your name, He will reveal that case to me and He will reveal the solution. But if it's not a severe case, if I can pray for like 1 week and He will just be silent. And then on a day that I will no longer pray, maybe I've decided to stop praying, that is when He will now give me a solution to the person's problem. So that is how I work. I don't go for family deliverance. I don't. Going for family deliverance is not a child's play. It entails a lot. It entails a lot. If I should go for a family deliverance now, I will have to go in the company of those who are equally spiritually gifted, those who are powerful also. That is how I can participate in that. But for me to go alone, no. Right now, He said I am not equipped to do that. I haven't been permitted to do that for people. But for my siblings, oh yes. For my cousins, oh yes, I can do that. For my husband's family, oh yes, I can do that. But the husband's family, let me not go into that. So, the challenges we face, let me not say that they are bigger than we are. Even if the challenges are bigger than we have a God who is bigger than those challenges. There are times when these challenges will come and you feel like running away. As a matter of fact, I like the disturbance I got from those calling me from my YouTube channel made me like to stop answering calls, because I started having ear problem. Every now and then I'm on the line answering calls. Every now and then my ear started paining me. So when I went to hospital, the doctor asked me to reduce the way I answer calls, and that's why I prefer people chatting me up on WhatsApp. When you chat me up along the line, if I notice that your case needs that I will hear from you direct, I will not give you my line and ask you to call me. But if you call me without telling me, I won't answer. I run away from answering calls. I run away from that so that the ear problem will not start all over again. So do we have problems as spiritualists? Yes. Problems bigger than us. Do our families have problems as children or families who has a spiritual? A very large problem. A very large problem. Okay? Despite my hard work, my prayers, my submission, my loyalty to God, God will reveal to me that someone is about to strike my child with sickness or with something else, this and that I should go into prayers. I will go into prayers immediately and that thing will still occur. And then you see my child will be at the point of death between the devil and the deep blue sea. I will now be running helter-skelter, praying, hospital, performing spiritual exercise, this and that. But eventually, the sickness will still go. But so many people will believe that because you're a spiritualist, nobody has the right to challenge you. Nobody has the right to harm you. It's not true. It's not true. Okay, Seco Crafts. Okay. All right. So it's not true. As a matter of fact, once you have that light of God, you are now a target for the devil. The devil will deal with you so badly, so ruthlessly. He will deal with you so much. So if you have been thinking that those who are called, those who have spiritual gifts, do not have any problem, it is a lie. If you don't have spiritual problems from the demons, you will have physical problems from those around you that will make life uncomfortable for you. Except when God decides to raise you higher above everybody around you. That is when people will now succumb. So, do we have challenges? Yes, we do. I have little time left because I've been watching my time because I have prayer. I'm going to start my prayer by 10:30 and the time now is 10:14. So I will need to just say a little so that I'll get myself ready, get myself prepared before I go into prayer, because I will not just stop this and then jump straight into prayer. No, I will not be coordinated. I need to be in the mood first before I start. So our calling is not easy, and I believe that every other calling so far from God is not an easy task. Be you a priest, be you a pastor, be you a monk, nun, reverend sister, whatever, ministers, prophetesses, it is still easy. Whichever way that God has called you, it is not easy at all. We all need the grace of God, and we all need prayers from people. You guys don't know how long your prayers can go in order to help us out. Django, thank you for joining us. Your prayers do go a long way to help us. Like, there are times when I will be confused, not knowing what to do. What I do is to pick up my phone and I will call, there's this my colleague who is a pastor, and I will call him. I will tell him, see, look, I've done this, I've done that, I didn't get any answer from God. Please, what do I do? And he himself will go into prayers. And maybe the following day he'll tell me, see, God said that you should do this, you should do that. And if I do it, it will work. And there are times when my nephew, who is a prophet, will call me to tell me the message that God gave to me. And I will tell him that God gave me this message, but I thought it wasn't from God. And he said, no, the message is from God. God said you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, you should do that. Okay? So we have challenges facing us, and they are so much more than an ordinary person, someone who is not called. If you're not called by God, I want to be honest with you. You don't know how lucky you are. I want to be honest with you, but a lot of people will not understand this. If you are not called by God, you are the most luckiest human being on earth. God will keep on fighting for you behind you without telling you. You don't know what is about to happen to you, and God will continue to fight for you. He will make sure that he's behind you, in front of you, beside you, guiding you, guarding you, protecting you. But once you are called by God, what God will do is to tell you what to do. And it will look as if he's just standing beside, watching you to see if you will do that. You keep on jumping from one hole to another, from one hole to another. The only thing is that he will not allow your head to go down. But will you suffer? Oh yes, you will suffer. You will suffer. Okay? Oh yes. Solo craft. Yes, you are right. Young people need spiritual learning to succeed and be protected. It is true, but the problem is, do they care? Do the young guys, the young ladies, do they really care about spirituality? Our generation doesn't care about that anymore. What we want is just an easy lifestyle. And I don't blame anybody, because that is equally what I want for myself. Honestly, I never knew I would get to this stage because I had a different plan. And I don't know if it's the reason why God decided to handle me the way he handled me. Because I say that whenever I go outside the country, whenever I relocate, that I will just forget about everything and, move on with my life. That I want to, let me tell you, I want to be honest. I always long to live like Kim Kardashian. Yes, that kind of lifestyle, flamboyant lifestyle. I long to live like that. And God decided to go and shut everything about my traveling. And everything seems so difficult that I can't travel. I decided to calm down. Calming down doesn't mean that my sister is telling me that even if I travel, that I can no longer live that way that I want to live, that he will turn me into the way he likes, which is true. I have succumbed. I've got no choice. I've succumbed. The battle is so fierce. The battle is so fierce that, do you know, I don't lie down and sleep for 8 hours at a stretch. I don't do that. If I do that, I will have a very big problem, or my family will have a very big problem. I don't sleep for 8 hour stretch or 6 hour stretch. No. Once it's 2:30, 3 o'clock, a being must wake me up. It is a must. A being must wake me up to pray. And I've got no choice. And after praying, I won't be able to sleep again. I will not be awake. And so whenever I'm awake, the next thing I will do is to just pick up my phone and I've done that assignment which they want me to. Life is not easy. It's not the way people think it is. So I want to use this opportunity to beg you guys, please, because I'm about stopping. This is 20 minutes past 10 now. I want to use this opportunity to beg you guys, no matter what you are doing, just even if it's God, please protect Ogechi. It will go a very long way for me. I need that protection and I need that prayer from you guys. The battle I face, I will be honest, is way bigger than me. It's way too bigger than me. A woman for that. I am not a man. I'm a woman. And you know, when the evil one is after you, if he cannot get you, just like I have children, he will go after my children. And it is my duty to do what I have to do to protect my children. So the task is kind of too much for me, but it's just that I have a God who is able. I have a God who is able. And so when it seems as if the task is so much for me, God will intervene. So please, I need that prayer from you guys. I need the prayer from you guys, no matter what. Just God protect Ogechi. That's all I need. It will go a very long way. If I tell you what I've been passing through for the past 1 month now, you will not believe it. How easy is it for someone to be having a midnight prayer on a daily basis for 1 month and still counting? Because there is a spiritual battle that I am handling. And then every Saturday, I will have to go outside to where I can see nature and perform a spiritual exercise that God asked me to be performing based on that problem that He revealed to me. It's not easy. So please, I will have to stop here so that I will get ready for my prayers, because I need to get ready and be in the mood and gather my praying materials. So I want to thank you all. Thank you all so much. Those who joined from the beginning to the end, those who are still joining now, those who asked questions, those who commented, those who gave me gifts. I pray that God will visit all of you and help you out. But whenever you call upon His holy name, He will always answer you, people. That no matter the plans of the evil one against you, against your families, against your loved ones, it shall never come to pass. That wherever your names have been written and put into, be it in the occultic kingdom, be it in the marine spirits, be it in any altar that is not the altar of God, I call upon the fire of the Holy Spirit to visit such places, render them null and void, destroy all their powers and all their plans against you, and make your ways to be successful. In the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ, I have prayed. Amen. Thank you all so much. So I'm going to try some other time to do this, because I know I find it difficult coming up live. I find it difficult doing that because I am more than busy. I hardly get the chance to do it. Thank you all so much. Thank you, and God bless you. Good night.